24 hours since the last one, roughly. And when I miss a day of live streaming, it feels like a lot longer than that. So thanks for being here. And thanks for those of you that found our next video drop. Is this Lego knockoff set worth it? So you saw, or maybe you will see our video that we released on the Lord of the Rings set, the Orthanc Tower. So something that's obviously not a new set, but with talk of another Lord of the Rings set coming out in June or in the summer at some point, I think maybe it'll be relevant. Well, Lego's relevant no matter what. So hey, Alexandria, psh, Tommy, psh, the mods are here. Love it. Thank you so much for being here and building up or continuing to build up the Harry Potter set 75969, the Hogwarts Astronomy Tower, 971 pieces. A very cool set, by the way. And built up this as I was getting ready. And I love these accessory builds. What would you call them? Side builds, accent builds, minifigure interactive builds. But look how cool this is. I know it's probably simple to some people, but it just, the color of the table leg pieces, the kind of the maroon or crimson looking brick, and then all the goodies on top. You got a chocolate fountain using the radar dishes from classic Lego space to be a chocolate fountain, and of course fancy goblets, these glass goblets to fill to your heart's content all the chocolate you want. Yeah, chocolate fountain, how fun is that? And the cupcakes and the cookies. I mean, this build so easy to make if you have these pieces. It's not like you can just get these pieces. Usually they'll only come in large scale modular sets. I don't know if you could get pieces like this in a modular. I'm sure you could get it through just ordering the bricks individually through Lego. But anyway, this is what we love when we build Lego sets. These just fun little side builds. Okay, in addition to that, we've got 2 more minifigures to add to the set. Going through bag 4 here to make sure I found the right ones. Okay, so we have Hermione. I think I confused Lavender with Hermione before. So now we have Lavender and Hermione, and we've got Neville. So let me finish up Hermione and Neville here, and you can see what they look like. And thanks for being here to the live stream. If you are new to the channel, just curious about what a Lego live stream is like, maybe stick around for a little bit, leave a like. And here is our Brick Therapy logo. And you'll see him somewhere down here in the corner. He's got some accessories to him. He's got a sig fig that represents myself and my younger son who started the channel, our Brick Therapy logo that we built up a while ago. And just to celebrate the last day of official Christmas holiday, if you count the 12 days of Christmas, the 3 kings as they arrive to see Jesus and present their gifts, we'll have Santa here and gingerbread Vader. So we've got a few accessories here with the Brick Therapy logo. And speaking of minifigures, let me build up these 2 other minifigures here to go with the Harry Potter set. Now I haven't really built up anything new with or in the live streams lately. I guess, what was the last new thing I did that? I guess the gingerbread AT, and the upscale Santa are new. And I think, you know, if you were patient and you didn't give in to the FOMO, you know, you could probably order those sets again. At least the gingerbread AT. I know it says back order, but at least you're for sure getting that set. And even though it's past Christmas and maybe the fun is gone, those sets are totally worth having in your collection. Okay, so we've got Hermione and Neville, I believe. And they also have magic wands that go with it. So quite a fun few. Let me just show off. There's 8 minifigures in this set. This is set 7569. There's 8 minifigures. Of course, Harry Potter being one of them. And all cool what do you call it, torso pieces, and just the design of each minifigure, very individualistic looking. You've got a great set of figures. I was saying before when I started this set, even though it's 971 pieces, which is a lot less than any modular, it definitely feels like you're building up a modular. And if you ever want to, if you're not necessarily a Harry Potter fan, but you just like the variety that modulars have, but the price is just too high, then maybe try out. They still make these mid-size builds in a series for Hogwarts. I think Alexandria mentioned the hospital one that's coming out or is out now. So give one of these Harry Potter sets a try, even if you're not a Harry Potter fan, but you like Lego. Look at the minifigures, just all the variety, color to their torsos, their facial features. You get cool hair pieces. You know, you can mix it up a little bit. And this is the first time I've seen a minifigure come with a attachment to their hairpiece, that bow there. And it looks like you can put it on top of her head as well. And then all the little features as well. You get a cool owl. And like I said, the start of this live stream, how fun is this? A chocolate fountain build. So there we go. Now, in terms of the structure, you can kind of maybe see it in the bottom of the screen there. But we have the greenhouse, which we built up. I think this was the first part of the build. And then we're getting into the main entrance gate with the door. These doors are really cool. They come with the Harry Potter structural sets. And of course, just the brick build. This is a sticker right here, but just the brick build, the tan color gives it that stone Gothic look, and some more accessory builds inside. That chandelier is looking pretty cool. And then the roof line, kind of like a slate roof. If you've ever been to England, these definitely look like structures from those old university towns, like an Oxford or a Cambridge. At least that's what it looks like to me. You've got this cool mesh window. So a lot going on there. So if you are here in the channel and you said hello in the chat, please leave a like as well. And let's see, wanted to say hi to everyone. So we got Tommy, we got Alexandria. I think I saw B. Did B show up here? Hey, Chris. Let's see. Is that Krister Francis? Is it Krister? It looks like Krister or Chris or Krister. Well, welcome. High fives are kind of our signature thing we do on this channel. It just came about. So welcome. Thank you, B. You're here. I see you here. Where'd you go, B? Where'd you go? There you are. B leaving us the pinned comment. Let's go. Love it. B Bandit says, remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss a stream building the Lego Harry Potter well, not the hospital wing. This is the astronomy tower. I did mention the hospital wing, but this is actually the astronomy tower. But you know what? Leave it the way it is, because somebody will correct me, and at least that will show me they're paying attention. I have arrived. There he is. There's B Bandits. Awesome. No worries, B. If you want to write a correction one, I can change it out. But anyway, it's Harry Potter. It's cool. The set's fun. We love it. And thanks for being here on your Tuesday night. I know it's probably a late one for some of you, but if you're in my time zone, it's a okay time. Well, we will live stream the usual amount of time, about 60 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less. I thought it was the hospital wing. Yeah, I don't have that one, B. That one is new, right? That one is new to this year? I think it is. I looked it up when Alexandria mentioned it. And anyway, I think it's new to this year, or was new to last year. So yeah, no worries, exactly. All right, so building up this part here, now I get to I think this might begin the actual tower build. So judging from the box, I'm not jumping ahead in the instructions, but I'm guessing it's like that section right there. Or maybe, that section right there. So maybe with that arched entryway to the astronomy tower, that's where we're at. We're already on bag 4. And so there's only bag 5 and 6 left, I think. So yeah, so that's it. That's what's interesting about this set. It's only 6 bags, less than 1,000 pieces, but it just has a lot of detail to it, which I really appreciate. And it feels like you're getting a modular out of this whole thing. And when I got this set, it had been on sale for a little while. Actually, it'd been on sale for through several different vendors, Lego being one of them. But I think Walmart had it on sale for off and on, but also quite often for like $80 or so, or between $70 and $80. And I was tempted to get it then, but then Lego had it on sale for about the same price. And of course, if you buy from Lego, then you get insider points. And so that made it an easy choice, and opted for buying it from Lego for the insider points. Whoops, put the right brick on here. And it's a fun build. So I don't follow the Harry Potter stories. I know the character as much as anyone who knows like pop culture and popular books and or movie stories. And I know it's been out for a while. But when it comes to Lego, Lego makes so many cool, interesting sets. You gotta enjoy this type of build. So, okay, so we're building the basic bottom entrance to this set. So thanks for being here, you guys, and hopefully more people come and go and say hello in the chat if we got some Lego enthusiasts that are out there. I know it's late, but I haven't live streamed for a day. We did release a video on our channel about whether or not getting a knockoff set is worth it. And the knockoff set that I found, which I thought was pretty cool. I know for Lego purists, they would be maybe offended. Is that too strong a word? How can you get a knockoff Lego set, you know? But the price was right, and my reasoning for it was, I want to, if I get this set now, it's the Orthong Tower. If I get the Orthong Tower now, it is, you might as well buy the UCS Death Star, because it's the same price almost in terms of trying to get an old retired set like a Lord of the Rings set. And so if I want to see what that build is like and actually enjoy it before I spend all that money, I don't think I will, but if I spend all that money on a retired set, you know, close to $1,000, and I see the knockoff set for 10 times less, and I'm just curious, like, they've already made it, I want to see what that's like. So I you know, went for it. I love Harry Potter, says Junior. All right, Junior, welcome, glad to see you here, Junior. And yeah, if you guys know more about the Harry Potter storyline, the Lego sets, by all means, join the chat and give us some facts, because I don't know the facts. But this one comes with 8 minifigures. I mean, this was a great buy. The Astronomy Tower build looks so cool. I've already shown some of the fun builds you can kind of see down here. This chocolate fountain being like the highlight of the mini builds. And yeah, you get all these cool minifigures: Lavender, Luna, Neville. Let's see. Is that Diago? No, that can't be Diago. Draco. Oh, this Draco. The writing is so small. We got Horace. We've got Ron, I think. And is that Ron? And then Hermione and Harry Potter, of course. I thought I could read these, but is it Ron or Rob? Anyway, this dude, I think I read it before. This guy, is that Ron or Rob Jr.? Who is this guy? Can't see the writing on the box. You need brighter lighting in here. So, Gavin, welcome back, all you guys. Glad to see you here. I'm still at work right now, says Gavin. Junior says, anybody play Roblox? Tommy says, spend the money on a bunch of smaller sets. Yeah, exactly, Tommy. So when you see, it is Ron. Thanks, Tommy. Thanks for helping me with that. I could not, maybe if I hold up the screen, you can see the guy I'm talking about. And then maybe make it actually legible that way. But the white print, and it's so small, I can't see it. Definitely made for kids' eyes, not my eyes, to be able to read that. So, yeah, so these sets you can find, you know, on AliExpress, or I don't know, maybe Temu. I haven't really looked on Temu. But yeah, I've been wanting to build up the Orthong Tower for the longest. And let's see, I have it over here on the shelf. Maybe you guys can see it here. I'm gonna turn around the camera. So there's our Hogwarts castle right there. That was given to us as a gift by my brother, the Hogwarts castle over there. And then we've got the Orthonc Tower right there by the light. I don't know if you can see it. So yeah, that was the knockoff set that we built over Thanksgiving break. And so just a fun build. The quality of the Lego, I'll admit, or the quality, not, I shouldn't call it Lego, the quality of the bricks is definitely a lot to be desired. Like it's not the best quality. You know, you can't expect it to be like Lego. Unfortunately, it would be great if these knockoff sets were Lego quality. But at the same time, it's, you know, I'd say it's about 80%. Like it's basically 80%. So if you compare like Lego, I only have like a couple of these type of sets. But if you get like these knockoff brick sets that are modeled after Lego sets, you know, because, you know, it's a set that's retired, like the Ghostbusters headquarters, that was another one I got. And then you can compare. Actually, the Ghostbusters headquarters set that I got, and by the way, thanks for being here. If you're watching the chat, we're building up the Hogwarts Astronomy Tower, 75969, 971 pieces. And enjoying the build, this being real Lego, enjoying this build immensely. This is probably the main part so far. But yeah, you know, it's kind of a random thing. Like I did get a knockoff Ghostbusters headquarters. So these were sets basically like the Orthonc Tower, the Ghostbusters headquarters, Apocalypseburg. These were sets that either retired or are about to retire, and I just didn't have the fortitude, the funds, the budget to buy them, and I really like those sets. I'd gotten Ninjago City. That was like the biggest Lego set I'd ever bought up until that point as we started our Lego collection. Then I found quite a few Lego sets to add to our collection that were private sellers, you know, used sets, but very well discounted, sometimes half the price or whatever. So that's how I started adding to our collection. And then yeah, slowly discovering kind of how Lego works with its, at the time, the VIP program and then the Insider Points program. So, you know, you budget and spend your money on Lego accordingly and try to save that way. So yeah, Tommy, there's some good examples there. Temu, Lumi Bricks, AliExpress, Macari is where I look at for Lego sets. Yeah, and I guess Facebook Marketplace, you might find used Lego there as well. I don't know. I have a hesitation to buy on Marketplace. I don't know if I trust the format. I've never bought anything on Facebook Marketplace, but I don't know if I trust the format enough to buy something from there just yet. I guess the giveaway is if you go on Facebook Marketplace and you see something for sale there, and you look at the person who made the post of whatever they're selling, and it's like, you know, they joined Facebook, you know, a month ago or like that week, then you probably know it's suspect. So yeah, but AliExpress, I tried ordering a really small set there first just to see if it would actually work, like a, I don't know, $15 order. I think my younger son wanted a Nexo Knight. Those old, if you collected Lego early on, the Nexo Knights were around the 2016, 2017 era, 2018, I guess. And then they retired those sets or that theme. And he wanted a couple of those minifigs or sets that were retired. And so I thought, well, if we could try one of those and see if it works, then maybe this is a way to get Lego that you really want to build, but you just don't have the funds for. Actually, no, that wasn't it. The first set I got, I knew I was trying to find something back here. It was the vintage firehouse. This one right here. That one. That's that's my first knockoff Lego set. I got that one from AliExpress. So the set itself was like $100, and then I found it on AliExpress for like, I don't know, around 30. And the bricks, again, I'd say, 80% of the quality of Lego. There are a couple that the mold, they just packaged whatever, even if the Lego or the brick wasn't complete, like some of them are, there's no, at the end of the plate or whatever, like, get a piece like this, and then the last stud will be like half complete. It'll just be cut off or something. So there's definitely no quality control. Would never pass the Lego quality control. But yeah, that was something I had to, I don't know, become aware of. And so, spending $30, it's not like $30 is throwaway money, but it's definitely more tolerable just to give it a try than you spend $100 or something on a big set, and then it turns out to be just garbage. So I did that. It worked out okay. I that was the first set we got on one of those alt brick sites, and I will say every single one I've got, you do also have to accept the fact, because you're paying like 10 to 15% of the price, you're not going to get all the pieces you need for the set. It's just a given. At least my experience has been that way, that you'll be missing like 10 to 20 Lego pieces you need to complete the build. For the most part, those pieces that you're missing are ones you can easily replace, like a 1x4 type flat plate or something like that. Or maybe, a lot of these type of pieces you'll find missing, or, just regular brick pieces like the 1x2s that kind of go in standard, building up a structure or something. But then if it's more specialized pieces, like say like these kind of lantern type pieces, these round red things that are just exclusive to that set pretty much, then you're in trouble. Then they say they have their customer service, like, oh, write us if you're missing something. But these things are coming from China mostly, and I think some of them have warehouses in Europe. At least they say they do, or even in the US. But I'm sure if it's a missing piece, they won't be as efficient, and you may get the thing you're missing. Whoops, you may get the set you're missing, or you may not. So, and then it took everything you order from there is like at least 6 weeks or so, a 6 week or so wait to the shipment. So I don't know. It's got its drawbacks, but at the same time, you're getting a set that you want to experience the build, and the one I showed you was pretty darn cool. So there we go. We got a standard Harry Potter broom piece here as well. Dusk to Dawn. Welcome. I'm glad to see you guys back here. Thanks for being here. And thanks Alexandria, Tommy, and B for greeting everyone and being the mods today or tonight. And hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a good Tuesday in roughly the first week of the new year already. Almost complete if you're just counting the days themselves. And building up the Harry Potter set here. We'll hold on a second. It's like there's no way this is an extra piece. Okay, so let me go back, because I have at least one piece. I'm thinking, how is that extra? I didn't realize this. I have a shield piece. Maybe it goes to one of the minifigs. So where did this shield piece go? And I didn't notice it in the instructions. It's a goblet. It's a tray for a tray table for a goblet. This is kind of a catering type of thing. So we'll give this to, what's his name? We'll give this to Neville. Is Neville a waiter? They've given him a tray to hold. Again, this is kind of like the modular, the Parisian hotel. where you have, whoops, you have accessories like this that go with the minifigs. So there we go. And if you just joined, this is probably one of the funnest things I've built from this set, a cool chocolate fountain using this Lego Space old school radar dish pieces. And then, yeah, you get the goblets, the cookies, and the nice frosted chocolate muffins. So very cool build. I know those chocolate pieces, Lego has had fun with using it for other items, but you know, keep it kid friendly and say, yep, that's for the frosting. So bag 5. So there's 6 bags in this set. Bag 5 is next. And it looks like we're finally building the next level of the astronomy tower here. So working our way up the astronomy tower. Everything, the ground level part has been built. And you know, I'll say the box picture does kind of embellish how grand this thing looks, but the build is super fun. You've got these sections and minifigures built up so far. So bag 5, a little preview of bag 5, definitely going up the next level here. So bag 5, 6 bags total, 972 piece set. And here we go. Neville Longbottom is his full name. Thank you, Justin On. Yeah, I'm having a hard time reading the names on the box. It's just the print is so small. Like even if I hold it up to the camera, you know, maybe you can see it better later. But yeah, the print is so small for each figure. It's just driving me crazy. I need like a flashlight to see the names of all these people. But yeah, Lavender, Hermione, Harry Potter, Neville, Ron, is it Horace? Should remember these names. And Luna, looks like Luna. Okay, and in this one we get another minifigure. It looks like Luna is next. So Luna is in bag 5. And I think I'll get to Luna after I get some of these pieces out of the way. I will say, again, just to repeat the idea, if you've seen Lego modulars and you're like, can't afford those, these series of Harry Potter structures are great builds. I think if you want to kind of get an idea, or no, get a really good idea of what it's like to build a modular, these are good sets to experience and build, and you don't have to spend as much money on. Of course, you know, we're not talking cheap here, still Lego, but definitely more affordable than getting a modular. And just noticed in terms of everything Lego, the prices continue to go up. I don't know if you guys collect BrickHeads, but those look like those prices are going up now. So I guess they used to be, for a while, each BrickHead was like, what, $10, $9.99, and now they're like, let me look, I think they're now, what, $13? I don't know if you guys noticed that. So price is going up. Lego Star Wars price is going up, of course, but yeah, BrickHeads as well, just the individual BrickHeads. And I remember when we started collecting Lego, it was fun to see certain sets like BrickHeads. I don't know if they were as popular. I think they've gained in popularity, but you could go to the Lego store and there'd always be a few of those things for like $5, like $5 builds or $5 sale prices. Yeah, now they're $12.99. Used to be $9.99, now they're $12.99. I really hope Lego does not raise the price for a while or ever on the build a minifig kiosk, because that's like the best part. If you go to the Lego store with your kids, it's like a nice kind of compromise to buy or have an experience building Lego. It seems like it's a great marketing idea from Lego to have those kiosks, and you spend $10 and you get 3 Lego minifigures custom made. You get a cool, I don't have any in reach here. You get a cool, little box of 3 minifigures and accessories, and hopefully Lego keeps those prices down. Pirate 1980, psh, glad to see you're back. Morning from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm just stopping by to say hello and good night. I just got home from doing a 10-hour shift. I have to work again at 2 p.m. till 12:30 a.m. today/tomorrow afternoon and Friday. Pirate, working hard. Good job, man. Thanks for being here to say hi. And yeah, we're just building and talking Lego. So check out the rest of the live stream whenever you can. And yeah, I hope you get some rest. Those are some long shifts. But kudos to all you guys out there, hardworking folks, keeping the country going. So let's see here. I got a little disoriented here with build. Oh, the pieces, and it looks like one. Okay, put the bricks on the wrong direction. So yeah, building up the structure here. I like that. I just love this shape of the arch shape of the entryway here. You could use this for a lot of different builds. Definitely could use, you could part out these sets if you get bored with it and, you know, make a mock. Something that could probably go with a castle set for sure. Pirate says, I'm blown away from your amazing job you're doing. Thank you, Pirate. Glad to have you here. Pirate, if you want, maybe if you haven't checked out the channel lately, our channel, we did a couple just regular form videos. One on, I was talking about earlier, buying a Lego knockoff set. I know some of you guys have mentioned getting these knockoff sets or imitation Lego and, you know, spending significantly less on a set like a Millennium Falcon. So I got one of those. I took your guys' inspiration and looked up one of the Lord of the Rings sets that had retired, you know, 10 years ago. And I thought this Orthong Tower would be a great addition to our Lord of the Rings collection with the Barad-dûr Tower and Rivendell and the Shire sets. But, you know, the cost of that thing, especially being a popular theme, a retired set on top of that, just be too hard to afford one of those sets. It's like, you know, basically almost the price of a UCS Death Star set. So it's like $900, $800, $900. Anyway, so I got the knockoff version, built it up and reviewed it, and actually had a lot of fun talking about that set and reviewing it. A set that was just after it was built, the structure itself being this huge Lego tower, it's so well built and you can pick it up easily. It moves around, it's light, just a fun build all the way. And so anyway, I endorsed it, recommend it, and 10% of the price, you know, it's 90% discount. Definitely not Lego quality in terms of the bricks, but either way, really good. Hey, Tanner. Yes, I'm on Harry Potter. You got it. By the way, what's up? What's up, Tanner? Welcome back. Tanner, were you able to get, being the Speed Champions Formula One brick builder, were you able to get those new ones that came out, either the DeLorean or the Lightning McQueen one? I know I mentioned that in one of the live streams, and it sounded like you were like pretty fired up, pretty interested in getting those sets. Man, those things were popular. Both those sets plus the Creel House from Stranger Things sold out like within 24 hours or maybe even faster, whether it was at a Lego store or online. So I think it might have been, no, never mind. I was gonna say it might have been possible to get one of the Speed Champion sets on Amazon or something like that, but I don't think even there it was possible. Maybe now there's a back order, but it said sold out for a while. Alexandria says, just chilling, love it. Tanner says, no, but I'm desperate for the Lightning McQueen set. But I got the Jesco. Very cool. Yeah, the Lightning McQueen. I'm curious now. Let me see if those things are on. Are they still saying sold out, or are they on back order? But yeah, I'd love to get both those. We don't have too many Speed Champion cars in our collection. We got the James Bond, the Aston Martin. We've got the Fast and Furious, the Dodge one, the Dodge Charger. And we've got a Toyota, but I don't remember what the model is. That one my younger son bought Actually, no, I think he got it as a present. So anyway, we got 3 of those. Actually, not as fancy, but they have a yellow taxi that also looks really cool. It comes with 2 minifigures, and it says Bricksburg on the top of the sign, and it's a $15 build. It seems like a really good price for a Lego set with 2 minifigures, a Lego City theme set. Anyway, so let me see the Lightning McQueen. Are those things like totally sold out, or are they on back order? Oh, cool. It's on back order now. So you can get it. So Tanner, you theoretically could get it. You just have to wait for it to arrive. Cars were my life, says Tanner. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, here we go. Sticker time. So when I was looking up other Lego fan social media posts, a lot of people mentioned that they use soap or glue, it's like super glue, to help them place stickers on the Lego bricks, which is crazy because that just seems like it would ruin the glue. I've never tried that. Curious if anyone has. All right, there we go. Sticker placed. It looks like an hourglass, which would have been a cool, just an individual specialized piece if Lego made one of those. An hourglass would have been really cool. Adlisa, welcome, welcome. Tanner says, I was so addicted to it, I memorized the script. The movie to Cars, Tanner knows all the lines. That's pretty fun. I bet a lot of kids who grew up with that movie probably know a lot of those lines too, Tanner. That's kind of fun. Alexander says, I watched Lightning McQueen built the other day. Very cool set. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I don't know. It's again, it's one of those sets. It's kind of like if when you when you buy Lego, you definitely want minifigures to come with sets that you would add to your collection, build, as your kid, play with, and all that stuff. Minifigures, are the signature essence of Lego. And then the model builds like the Titanic and others are definitely great sets. They stand alone. They don't necessarily need a minifigure. That Lightning McQueen is kind of everything wrapped into one. The character's there. He is a car. He is a cool build. I'm hoping those are, Alexander, do you know when they built it, were those printed pieces, like the parts for his eyes and mouth and all that? Hopefully those are printed pieces. Man, if that's all stickers. Of course, it's a $27 Lego set, so maybe it is stickers. Owen Brick Studio, welcome, welcome. Good to see you here. Adelisa, good to see you here. Tanner says, so would you want the Pixar lamp? Oh, good question, Tanner. Those side type of figurine builds or logo builds, like the Star Wars logo build, or the Pixar lamp, or even those big, I don't know, signature builds like the Lion King or the Dalmatian, or I don't know, they don't interest me. But I guess if you are a movie maker type person, if you do a lot of stop motion, or if you're a fan of all the Pixar movies, let's say if you collected Toy Story sets back when those were Lego sets, then I could see why it would interest you for a build like that. No, I'm not interested in that one. But good question. The Spider Prime got the Lego Soundwave. Awesome. Very cool. That set was another one. We went to the Lego store about a week ago. Or no, not even that long ago. This past weekend. And that set was gone. The Lego store, that's the most cleaned out I've seen since the end of the COVID era, when Lego apparently couldn't restock. But all the new sets were gone, at least the new popular ones. All the Ninjago sets were gone. All the big sets that, you would think the price was a factor. And this is after Christmas. They were gone. There was no Avengers Tower. There was no Titanic. There was no Eiffel Tower. All the modulars were sold out except a few of the very new one, the shopping center one. But very very eye-opening. I guess people had a lot extra money after Christmas to go buy all those things. The Lego Soundwave, and yeah, that one, he was a popular set because he disappeared. Oh, there we go. John Powell. John Powell, welcome. John Powell says soapy water or index was a method used a lot for placing decals on Lexan bodies of RC cars back in the day. That's where that comes from. I know that technique sounded pretty widely known. Windex, that was the other one. Yeah, I never came across that. I didn't know that. Being someone who's, you know, older than probably most people who collect Lego or younger fans, that was just one technique I did not know about. So I assume you get the surface covered with either soapy water or Windex, and then you can just simply slide the sticker on there and kind of position it the way you want, and then it sets in place, I guess. Tanner says, I have it. Oh, you have the Lexar lamp. That's cool. Tanner, what'd you think of the build? It is worth it, he says. There you go. It's worth it. Spider Prime says, no, if you are going to get it, I don't have him, but do you? Oh, do I have? No, I don't have the Soundwave transformer. I have Optimus Prime and the Bumblebee one. Again, good nostalgia sets that I got when I was younger, or toys that I had when I was younger. So when the Lego sets came out, I wanted those. So I have that's definitely on my wish list or wanted list to get the Soundwave. I'm trying to think if those have ever gone on sale, the other Transformer sets, because that's something I would wait for to go on sale. There's no rush to get that Soundwave set. I think they're retiring Bumblebee this year. So yeah, maybe because of that, the sets will be too popular. Maybe they won't be retired anytime soon. So I'll have to, that'll be a wait and see on that one. If I have to pay full price for that, I guess maybe later, or I'll use insider points on one of those. But yeah, my goal this year is to get a UCS set and a Lego UCS set. Hopefully new, but looking at used options. If it's in fact true at all that the UCS Millennium Falcon retires this year, we'll see. That thing has been in circulation for so long. Be interesting to see if they retire that set and announce a newer version of that, a newer UCS Millennium Falcon, or if they're just going to retire it altogether. I don't know how much momentum there is with Star Wars in general after the release of the UCS Death Star, but at the same time, I don't know what got into people's minds, but after the January 1st release sets, people were buying up Lego like crazy, including that set. So it might be hard to find anything that's at a discounted price. Tanner says the Pixar lamp is totally worth the price. Yes, Alexander, thank you for reminding me. Keep everything family friendly for sure. Tanner says so many Easter eggs in that build. Very cool. Yeah, I got my nephew the Star Wars logo build, and I saw a few of those in the set also. The Easter eggs, like miniature build, micro build versions of like some of the famous ships from that. So yeah, in that Pixar one, I'm assuming, Tanner, there'd be like references to The Incredibles, to Cars, to what else? Toy Story. That would be cool. That would be very cool. Stuffrey's here. Welcome, Stuffrey. Good to see you. John Powell says, you squeegee it out like tinting windows. Oh, for the sticker placement. I'm sure someone's done a video on that. I need to see what that looks like, especially when you get some of those stickers that are like the size of a plate like this, like the Rivendell set had stickers this big, and you didn't want to ruin those because the stickers were actually really, the designs on them are really good. You know, referencing the story of the kind of the legend of where, what's his name? The guy who sliced off Sauron's finger or whatever, the original king or one of the older kings. Anyway, it shows that in the sticker. So That was a seal door. I was trying to think of the name. So yeah, okay, so you decal the stacker, or decals were a lot thicker plastic back then. Okay, the flat side of an X-Acto knife is the easiest way to place stickers. Yeah, that, I don't think I have an X-Acto knife on me, but yeah, I've been using the brick separator to use as a placement. And Tanner says, oh, all right, Tanner, you're selling me on this build. So all of them and more for the Easter eggs. For the stickers, get a brick separator. They work wonders. Yes, agreed. That's what I've been doing. I just thought that technique, though, that was mentioned was very interesting. I'd like to see, I'm sure probably someone's done a video on it on YouTube. But yeah, they use Windex or soapy water and then just kind of place the sticker almost perfectly, I guess, on the surface of whatever brick you're building. So working on, ooh, thankfully it's empty. Working on 75969 Hogwarts Astronomy Tower, 971 pieces. This is a Harry Potter set, obviously, and one of the most favorite parts, not an Easter egg, or maybe it is, I don't know the storyline, but I love this chocolate fountain. And again, just saying how they reuse the radar dishes from Lego Space. Just love how it's, you know, used in different directions to build up this table chocolate fountain. So fun build there. And I was hoping for some printed pieces, but yeah, we put an hourglass. That was the last sticker. An hourglass stick. I think it's an hourglass. That's what it looks like on the inside of this structure. And the spires on the entryway to this build are really fun. Again, you're utilizing Lego Space thrusters, but now building spires. And I think those are the biggest stickers for this set. The brick pattern there for the front columns. And then the inside. Just a good build. Good Gothic looking kind of structure. Really love the build here. John Powell says, for the stickers, I would not use water or Windex on Lego stickers. Yeah, the way you describe these older version of what they had back then for decals, that makes more sense. But yeah, Lego stickers, I don't know. I think, yeah, that my concern was no matter what liquid you use, even though it's, you know, not water-based, would ruin the glue or just totally ruin, or maybe even the print on the sticker itself. Tanner says, oh, and it's 100% articulated. Oh, very cool. So yeah, it moves. It's got some joints to it. 13 Easter eggs on the Pixar light set, says Tommy. And that would mean I've only mentioned 3 that I could think of, or 3 themes. So what are the other Pixar movies that have come out before? Like there wasn't there, no, it wasn't Cars, was it Planes? There was another one. I don't know if it was Pixar or not, but it was like instead of cars, airplanes. Tommy says 13 Easter eggs. John Powell says use an X-Acto knife and you won't use a brick separator again. There you go. X-Acto, you know, it's X-Acto, so you get the sticker perfectly placed. Tanner says, I know. Make him guess the Pizza Planet truck. Haha, the Pizza Planet truck. Is that another one of the Easter eggs? How fun is that? Well, I can't, nothing comes to mind if that's a clue, Tanner. I have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe you might need to give me another clue for one of those. I'm gonna have to look at that set. Let me put it up here on my computer. The Pixar Light. I saw that set actually at Costco for a while. I don't think it's there anymore, or maybe it is, but you know, discounted price. And I don't know, the build just didn't interest me, but it looks like it has a spring on it. It has the ball itself with the star. Does it give you a clue as to what the Easter eggs are? Just shows like basically the finished structure, the light bulb. Oh, even the light bulb. Curious what that is. Okay. it doesn't give you any, I don't think it does, all the included pictures on the Lego website doesn't tell you what the Easter eggs are. So interesting. Tanner says, don't tell him. Okay, no spoilers. Tommy, that's awesome though. 13. It is so fun. Pizza Planet truck from Toy Story. The original one, I don't remember that movie well enough to like. The cool part about Toy Story, the movie, was all the references to like the toys that go way back, like the telephone that you pull. The pole has like a wheels on the bottom and the eyes open up and down. It like has the old school toys, the ones that are so fun growing up. Like Fisher Price toys in it, and of course the Green Army Men. Yeah, I don't remember the pizza. Oh, it was the pizza one where they escape from the claw and the game machine. Oh, anyways, fun stuff. It's in every Pixar movie. Well, there you go. Gavin says, yes, one of my favorite movies as a kid, Toy Story. Or Cars. Maybe it was Cars. Or both. I like them both. I did not watch the last Toy Story. What did they make? 4 of them? I think obviously the first one's the best. I can't remember if I saw the more recent ones. But they came up with some pretty cool Lego sets for Toy Story. They revived it a little bit a few years ago, but the original Lego sets, I think, where they had like the conveyor belt and the big purple bear and Woody's like he's like minifigure size, but his torso is a little bit taller and his legs also are like double length. Very cool minifig build. We have that set. I gotta see if we can still rebuild it, because that was before I was collecting Legos with my kids, and that was given to them as a gift, and it didn't really necessarily stay together that well, or was well taken care of. Tanner says, definitely Cars for me. Favorite movie growing up. Oh, WALL-E. WALL-E's a Pixar movie. Okay. They've done a few WALL-E build or sets, or WALL-E himself and Eve. Then they just did a new one actually of those two, I think. Tanner says, I think they are making a 6th, possibly a 6th Toy Story movie. That sounds familiar, Tanner. I think you're right. I mean, you got to get the voices back, which there's Tom Hanks and the other guy. Oh, what was his name? The guy who plays the astronaut. What's his name? Oh my gosh, now my mind is going blank. Toy Story cast. To Infinity and Beyond guy. Tim Allen. Is that his name? Anyway, trying to think of actors. So yeah, good pick says, oh, Monsters Inc. Another pick. Okay, yeah, I know all these. Go figure. So we got WALL-E, we got Toy Story, we got Cars. And weren't The Incredibles Pixar too? Also? Tommy confirms a Toy Story 6. There you go. All right, we've got let's see. This is interesting. So this buttress or something like this, a side build that sticks out here. Did I do this right? Hold on, I gotta backtrack. Oh, I put a brick piece where it's not a brick piece. There we go. This looks better. It's kind of like one of these builds where you would be an air conditioning piece on. The Ninjago pieces seem to have a lot of those air conditioning type. Interesting side build there. So where can I see where that goes? It looks like it goes to the bottom of the tower that sticks out the side from the clock, or I would say a clock tower, but there's no clock in there. Very cool. So yeah, lots of Pixar movies I totally forgot about. Buzz Lightyear, that's it. Thanks, Alexander. Trying to remember all these characters' names. John Powell says, I got a basement full of toys from Cars and Toy Story. My son is 19 now. John Powell, it sounds like quite a small fortune of what you have in your basement there. Definitely worth cataloging, right? Or maybe you have, definitely worth cataloging. Your son will appreciate, it sounds like you take good care of this stuff too. I was so thankful my mom took care of the old Lego sets I had when I was a kid. So the yellow Lego castle was all intact. She kept that in a plastic container, all the pieces. And when we got back into Lego, was able to find that in the attic of the house, and some old Transformers, and yeah, some just crazy what do you call it? Collector item type toys, G.I. Joe. So a lot of stuff when I was growing up that rediscovered. And I don't know if I necessarily want to sell it. Maybe at some point. We'll see. In today's economy, who knows? People are collecting all kinds of stuff. If people are willing to pay 2 to 3 times for a Lego set that's still out and current, it's not even a collector's item yet, it's not a retired set, I'm talking about the Creel House, then imagine what people pay for like old school toys. Owen says, or Tanner says, I'm 18 and still collecting. Very cool. John Powell says, I've got a basement full. All right, yes. Owen says, there's Tom Hanks and Tim Allen. Yep, that's it. Those are the actors I was trying to name. Tommy says, I'm 53 and still collecting. Nice, Tommy. I'm with you there, man. Well, not collecting old stuff. I love all the Lego on my wish list. Some of it is retired, so I guess it would be collecting old stuff too. Alexander says, I've got boxes of Disney stuff. John Powell says, my son stopped playing with that stuff 10 years ago. Man, not even into teenagerhood and he was already done with it. So definitely something worth taking care of. And I don't know, I think if they come back into it, especially, I don't know, Lego collecting seems like something that more and more is definitely a part of, a kid version of Lego, and then of course Lego advertising the adults welcome theme that's been around for at least since 2019. I think that's when I remember seeing it, or maybe 2020. But yeah, just the sheer amount of sets that kids are not buying. Like, I don't think buying, these huge UCS sets, the Titanic set, and I wonder, and then this Minas Tirith set that's info on that is slowly being released. There we go. Use the brick separator, Tanner. No X-Acto knife. Don't have one on hand just yet. But yeah, with Lego collecting or any collecting in general, I see a lot of course, my generation getting to that point where you can tell there's a market for nostalgia themes to be released, like Transformers, like all these movie theme sets, the Goonies set, and yeah, Lord of the Rings to some extent as well. But yeah, it's obviously a huge market for this stuff. And then Star Wars, which kind of just covers all generations of collectors and Lego builders. It's crazy. Tommy says, Lego Star Wars from the first 3 movies. Yeah, those sets are pretty sweet. Tanner says, I still play with my toys from like 2010. Nothing wrong with that, says Alexandria. I mean, it's a nice, innocent activity, and it brings you joy. For obviously AFOLs or people who like brick building, it's just about the build. I just like the build. It's so fun. It's yeah, the equivalent of making a model, but of course related to something you enjoyed as a kid, being Lego. And then I do like the minifigures. I like all the look of Lego, the aesthetics of Lego. Just just a lot of fun in terms of, yeah, what you get out of these sets. And interesting, not brick built. Maybe this is where they cut corners with these smaller Harry Potter sets, but more stickers of a bookshelf. Like, I know you can do brick builds of books, what they do with these kind of jumper plates, or yeah, but now it's just stickers for this set. So there you go there. All right, let me wrap up things here. Tommy says, I've got the Ewok Village. Oh, Tommy, I got one of my good friends has that on his wish list of all Lego sets. That was a good size set too. That was like in the Master Builder series of size of sets, I want to say. Alexandria says, don't forget, with the brittle brown pieces, be careful putting them together. So true, Alexandria. I've experienced that firsthand. Yes, Tommy, I'm a big kid now. I remember that. My son switched to sports, video games, and quite obvious, girls. Gavin says, I still play the old retro video games. Yes, I'm one of those people who got the first Nintendo console. Loved it. The first Zelda game, Mario Brothers, all those good ones. Odelay, good to see you here, man. Tanner says, retro. Yes, exactly. I'm playing Lego Jurassic World right now, says John Powell. How fun. I got to get into that. See John Powell enjoying the time and having all of it to himself. Love it. Well, we just picked up steam, but I got to sign off because got to get ready for the workday tomorrow. But thanks all you guys for being here. If you didn't leave a like, please leave a like. I was thinking there at least be enough people to leave 10 likes, but if not, that's okay. You can leave it afterward. Odelay says, or Tanner says, I have at least 5 retro Connells. I'm not sure what that is. Odelay says, I've just got back my last Lego Ninjago movie figure for the collection for Cole. I know, Odelay. I have to, man. All right, guys, have a good one. Thanks for being here. I will see you tomorrow.